Hi there, welcome to Virtual Indoor Cycling. I'm Denise Bruce and I am a master instructor for Schwinn. And today I'm going to give you an official Schwinn ride on our new Z bike. So I'm going to be going through all the features of the console as we're going through this ride, but don't worry if you don't have this bike or using a bike with a computer console measurement, don't worry, I got you. Go ahead and jump on. Before I jump on the bike, I just want to tell you a couple of things that I'm going to be working with here. So first of all, on this Z bike, I can go into a service menu and it's just simply pushing one button. And once I'm in my service menu, I can customize or personalize this console to me. So if you happen to know your FTP number, your functional threshold power, you could enter that in here. If you don't know that, you're going to go with the default of 150. So don't even worry, it's good for you unless you want to go in and change it. The other thing you can do is you can go in and adjust for your personal heart rate max. So again, it's just pushing a service menu at the top and scrolling through until you see heart rate max, and then you are good to go and you just put your heart rate max in. If you don't know what that is, just do 220 minus your age, give you a rough estimate of it, and you can enter that. Otherwise, jump on your bike, don't worry about anything else, and we'll get moving. If you've never done a bike fit before, take a second to bring the saddle to your hip height. When you stand next to the bike, you want the top of your seat right there at your hip bone, so that when you pedal, and if you just kind of watch when I'm pedaling, your legs are almost straight at the bottom of the pedal stroke. So take a second and do any bike adjustments, any bike fits. We've got about a minute before this ride officially starts, so fill your water bottle, lace up your cycle shoes, which, by the way, those help a lot. A stiff-soled shoe makes a really big difference when you're riding an indoor bike. So, there you have it. So this ride is a mixed intensity and it's a mixed terrain ride, which means we'll be going through all 4 of our intensity zones. We'll go easy, moderate, hard to breathless. We'll do mixed terrain, which means we'll be doing some seated flats. We'll simulate hills. We'll be riding faster and slower. So you'll really get a feel for all of the different levels of intensity and terrain in this ride. So, personalization, FTP, yada, yada, yada. Let's get started in this ride. I'm going to take you through a 5-stage ride, and I'm going to set my console to what we call reduced mode. In the reduced mode, I can see my RPMs. So I'm going to pick that up right now and pedal at about 85 RPMs. Light resistance on the wheel. So this is easy. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. On this Z-Bike console, there are a bunch of buttons. So I just want you to know that if you do happen to be riding on this Z-Bike, the bottom middle button, that's your mode button. And when you push that, it's the box with an arrow. When you push that, you can go from reduced mode to heart rate mode to FTP mode or cadence mode. And we'll talk about that. So those are 4 different screens you can see. Right now I'm riding on reduced mode. That means I can see my RPMs. I have it set to show me a gear. I can see watts. I can see a timer, but really not a bunch of other distracting information for right now. This is just going to help me set out easy ride on a flat road and figure things out. The bottom left button is a stage button. So when I push that, it's gonna time a specific stage for me. When I push it again, it freezes the stage. And when I push it again, it moves my stage over so I can see what I just did while I try to compete with myself. So that's a super cool feature. We'll use that a little later. All right, so as we're just moving along here in this easy flat road, how do things feel? How do your legs feel? How's your upper body? How's your breath? This should feel easy. Now, if we go up into RPM mode or cadence mode, if I'm riding at 85 RPMs, you should see yellow lights at the front of my wheel. So in the RPM mode, the lights track slow up to fast, just to help me kind of stay in that cadence range. So as long as I stay yellow, I'm doing the right thing. If I slow down a little bit, you see the lights go green. If I speed up a little bit, you'll see the lights turn orange. And if I go all the way to maximum fast, let's see if we can make them go red for you just for fun. There you go. There's your red. You got a glimpse of it. All right. So come back down with me, follow my legs, 85 RPMs. Settle in. Shoulders are relaxed. You should still be able to breathe through your nose. That's a good sign that you're working easy to moderate. And I promise you, plenty of opportunities to not be easy or moderate in this ride. In fact, there are five breathless opportunities. 5 times that you get to just take off the lid and go for it. All right, speed it up a little bit for me here, friends. 90 RPMs. I'm gonna jump over into the FTP mode. And I'm at 90 RPMs, but this is still easy. This is still a flat road. I'm working at around 60 to 70% of my FTP, my functional threshold power. Cruising along nice and easy. Taking deep breaths. Raising core temperature. Can you wiggle your toes inside of your shoes? Feel the ball of your foot pressing the pedal forward, and those smooth circles. If 90 RPMs feels a little fast for you, slow it down, but try for something that's kind of like flushing your legs out. It's not slow and heavy, it's light and quick. You don't have all this measurement. We go by RPE, or rate of perceived exertion. How hard you feel like you're working. So right now, should feel pretty chill. Legs might be warming up, but not getting toasted. Your breath should be comfortable, steady. You might even still be able to breathe through your nose. It's just been a good long flat road warming us up. Up ahead, friends, our first stage, and we'll start to head up through moderate intensity to hard intensity. Breathe, feel, explore. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. You and me, out on the road. Best friends riding together. I'm gonna ask you to stay with me through this whole ride. It's about 50 minutes total. And I'm gonna ask you not to quit. Because winners never quit, right? And quitters never win. So no matter what happens, our feet stay in the pedals and they keep moving. Okay? Promise? Pinky swear. I got you. I got you. In this next song, we do get to stand up. So yay, there's that. All right, I'm gonna move us up into heart rate mode. Let's see if I can get this watch to speak with this bike. Meet me, again, close to 95 RPMs. And give me some resistance so that this starts to feel like moderate intensity. If I'm working in the yellow zone and I'm in the heart rate mode, that means that I'm in that 70 to 80% of my heart rate maximum. And it's moderate. It's not hard and it's certainly not breathless. But find that with me. Breathing. Feeling our bodies and what's it like when you're working in this moderate zone? How do things feel there? Engage your core. Lift your spine. So, what do you think would happen if we added a little more resistance? You see that? Those lights just went orange. That means that I'm moving into that hard intensity zone. My heart rate is up closer to that 80%. You can tell by my breathing, right? Check it out. Keep your speed. Come out of the saddle. Pay attention to how you're feeling. And if you have numbers, pay attention to your numbers. Hold on. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Try to stay with me at that 95 RPMs. We got another minute. Shoulders relaxed, elbows soft. I'd like you in the orange zone, which means hard effort. Hard effort. Try not to go breathless. So when you see my lights pop into that red, that means that little run got me up there. And I'm gonna stay just below that line till the next song, and then we'll let it go. Up ahead of us, we have a nice little climb. We're gonna slow the legs. We're gonna put the resistance on the wheel. I'm gonna give you a 5-minute challenge. And that's simply this. Work as hard as you can for 5 minutes at 65 RPMs. What do you say? Find your breath. I'm switching to reduced mode because I'm not gonna watch any numbers other than my cadence, all right? I'm gonna slow the legs. We're going to 65. You're adding resistance. Go ahead and sit tall, shake things out, grab some water. All right, this is us. We're in a seated climb, 65 RPMs. We're in reduced mode, and we're working as hard as we can at this cadence for 5 full minutes. You definitely should be breathing out of your mouth now. Impossible to breathe through your nose. All right, if you can, add resistance. Check in with your legs. How are your legs as you push this resistance? We're 1 minute into this 5-minute hill. How you doing? Add a little more, come on. Why? Because you can. Because you can. And because that's what we came for. I'm not gonna quit. Engage your core. Breathe your breath. Lighten up your hands. Give me some effort right here. Now, if you're getting a little saddle sore already, you're ready to go with, you're welcome to go with the music and stand. I'm gonna stay seated on this one. I'm gonna try to find my saddle strength. Come on, friends, stay with me. Add a little. Good job. Super strength. Breath in, breath out. Feel your legs. Can you feel quads? Of course, right? But can you also feel hamstrings? Can you also feel glutes? Be really present to what's happening. You're strong, you're capable, you're a cyclist. Shoulders down. Do you have it in you to add a gear, to touch that resistance knob, bring it up to challenging? All right, friends, when we hit the 4-minute mark, I'm gonna ask you to work even harder, to work even harder. That means add resistance. And if you want to pick up the pace a little bit, you certainly can. It would be cool if we could go breathless here at the end of this 5-minute challenge, wouldn't it? Because recovery comes next. All right, are you ready? Give me all you got. Final minute. Come on, add a little more. You can do it. You can do it. Get aggressive. Give me some power here. Show me what you're working with. Woo! Stay with me. Don't quit. 30 seconds. Woo! Come on. Stay with it. Don't give up on yourself. 15 seconds. Oh yeah. Hello, legs. I love you. 3, 2, 1. Hit your stage timer if you have it. Drop some resistance, but not all of it. Stay at 65. You can stay seated or come and walk it out. How do you feel? Did we get up to breathless? Are you happy? Are you glad you showed up today for yourself? I certainly am. Have a seat. Keep some resistance on. 65 RPMs. We're at the top of the mountain. All right, that was the first opportunity to peak at breathless. Drop resistance, easy. Let's do a little active recovery. We'll find about 80 RPMs. Let's grab a drink. All right, now I'm gonna do a little reveal right here. If I change my screen mode to FTP, I've got these little trophies in front of me, and I have a 1-minute trophy, a 5-minute trophy, and a 20-minute trophy. And this is personal best. So for this ride so far, I can see the hardest I worked for 1 straight minute, the hardest I worked just now for 5 minutes, and my 20-minute average, not that high because we've been warming up slowly, right? But I'm gonna look at that trophy, that 5-minute trophy, and in a while, we might try to beat it. So memorize, if you don't have numbers in front of you, I want you to memorize this feeling in your body. How hard was that for you, what you just did? Can you recreate it and maybe top it? Nice and easy, 80 to 85 RPMs. Like there's nowhere to go. Just play. We're heading into stage 2, my friends. Stage 2, we're going to do some speed drills. So we'll go back over into that RPM mode, and we'll work between yellow and orange, 85 to 105 RPMs. And again, if your legs don't travel quite that fast, that takes some training, right? But let's start here. 85 RPMs. I'm going over to that RPM screen and you should see my legs turning 85 RPMs. Now, imagine being out on a road with a pack of riders, and we're gonna pass 4 riders. You have 20 seconds to get up into that orange zone. Let's try it right now, go. 20 seconds. Go up into that 100, 105 range. Watch my lights, we want them orange. Slow it down to 85. For me, that's back to yellow. 1 rider passed. 3 to go. Are you ready? Rider 2, let's get them. Let's go get that second rider. You might even picture what they're wearing. Your outfit is way better, isn't it? 3, 2, 1. Come back to 85. 2 to go. 20-second pass. This time I'll give you a little more recovery so you can get ready. Coming up on our third rider. Ready? Little bit of gear, accelerate. Push up there, 100, 105, pass, baby. Rider 3, you got this. Come on, let it sweat. 3, 2, 1. Slow it a little. Try to stay close to 85 RPMs. We have 1 more rider. And just so you know, this 4th rider is a tough rider. Don't be afraid. You and I, we're gonna take them on together. Picture someone you know that's a strong athlete. You're gonna take them on. We'll take them on together. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Uh-oh, he sees us coming. He accelerates, we need a little more. Give me some gear. Come on, don't give up. Don't quit. We've got it together. 3, 2, 1. Back to 85, we did it. We passed all 4. Woo. Take a few deep breaths. Slow your legs. Give me a little bit of resistance on the wheel. And just come up and walk it out nice and easy. Find a flat road. Let's take a couple minutes to hydrate and to get ready for our next set of intervals. We're two opportunities down. We've got 3 more. As you drink, as you stretch, as you recover actively, let me tell you what's ahead of us. This is called rolling intensity. It's gonna take a good chunk of our time. We'll start at moderate. We'll make our way through hard and eventually to breathless. Rolling intensity in our first song will be in and out of the saddle. We'll go from moderate to hard. And in the second song, we'll get that climb on again. And we'll see if we can beat our own bar, our own 5-minute trophy. Okay, so that's where that comes in. Okay, can't get my cards confused or we'll all be in trouble, huh? So we just did okay. Yeah, all right, I gotcha. I didn't steer you wrong, I promise. We're gonna do what I just said, but it's a little shorter than what I just said. I guess we've already done that long stage. This one's a little bit shorter. So go ahead and roll your legs up a little faster. 80, 85, maybe 90. And then let's jump over to FTP mode while you dial on that resistance and slow your legs to 65. All right, you know what your trophy said if you've got numbers. If not, you know how it felt. I want you to work at least that hard right now. At least that hard right now. 3 times during this song, I'm going to ask you to go breathless. For me, what that means is I'm just going to add a bunch of resistance 3 times. The first one comes on right now. I want to see at least orange on these babies. And drop that little bit of resistance, not a lot. You want to keep it on the hill. You want to keep it on the hill. Make it feel hard. Make it feel challenging. You at least have to work as hard as you did the last time around. Deep breaths, strong legs, quiet mind. Here we go again. Second opportunity. Dig deep. Give me that big resistance. See if you can find orange. Come on, stay strong. You know you can. You got 4, 3, 2, drop a little bit of that resistance. Woo. Strong legs. Don't drop a lot of resistance. Drop some. Shoulders down. How do you feel? RPE, rate of perceived exertion. How do you feel? Woo. I'm feeling good, like I should. Come on. Are you ready for one more? Say yes. Say yes. Turn it on. Come on, let's go. Meet me in orange. Meet me in the orange zone. Come on. Turn those forks orange, baby. Steady and strong. Woo! Drop a little. Woo. So good. Folks, we're gonna stay on the hill, but we've done our breathless work. Now it's just hard. We get some recovery next. So use this time to stay with your resistance, to stay with your strength, to push that resistance. You're working a little harder than you did last time around. If you want, let's take the end of this song out of the saddle. We've had 3 stages where we found that breathless. There are 2 more. Short and sweet. If you are looking at your console and the 5-minute light is flashing, that means that you are about to have a new trophy. So you never stop when the light's flashing. A little bit of motivation. And since mine is flashing, you gotta come with me. Breathing, getting it done. All right, folks, we did it. We got a new trophy. Woo, I'm sweaty. All right, we're gonna get right after it. Who's ready? 70 RPMs. I'm gonna ask you for 90 seconds to work as hard as you can. Another opportunity for breathless. Are you ready? Come on. "90 seconds, 70 RPMs with resistance on the wheel." Now you can see on the right-hand side of your console, your average power. All I want you to do is work harder than that. Should be doable. Stand it up, come on. All you gotta do is work harder than your average. Make it happen. Have a seat. Come on. Now, as we close in on our 90 seconds, I'm gonna try for the red zone. Try with me. Accelerate with all this resistance. Get up there. Get up there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back it down. Now, stay at 70 RPMs. We did the hardest part of this stage. You don't have to work your hardest, but you do have to work hard. Because I want you to keep your average higher than your average. Your current average, higher than your total average. For me, it's about double. Why? Because total average takes into consideration your whole ride. So it counts our warm-up. So it shouldn't be hard to beat that. Can you do what I'm doing? Can you double it? I want to mention something. I'm riding on a beta version of this Z-bike. So when you see my lights come on and off, that's not always because I'm slacking. Sometimes it is. But we have beat the heck out of these beta bikes to test them so that when they get to you, the consumer, they're even more awesome than they are right now. So I have an appointment with a technician. I'm sure it's a minor adjustment to get my lights in sync. So don't worry about me when you see my lights go all over the place. Like right now, they're not on and I'm working. I'm seeing my heart rate. I'm seeing my FTP. So, and my sweat. Can you see my sweat? And hear my breath? So just wanted to give that little disclaimer in case you're using those lights to guide what you're doing. Don't do that. Give me a little more resistance at your 70 RPMs. Give me a little more force on the pedals. Oh, friends, take resistance off and speed it up a little bit. Take a quick drink. Actually, take a long drink. Okay. So we've had 4 opportunities. You love the way I'm calling them opportunities? 4 opportunities to go breathless. You have 1 more. And what I'd like to ask you is to beat your 1-minute best. So for me, that's a trophy and I can see what it is right here. So I have a goal. This is going to be my absolute best 1 minute for this ride. If you don't have numbers to show that, you're going by how you feel. We're gonna go right at the beginning of the song. We're gonna go hard for 1 minute. The song starts out at 70 RPM, so we're gonna start there just so that we can get resistance on the wheel. And then we'll shoot the starting gun and we will go 1 minute, all out, get a new personal best, okay? So for you, if you don't have measurement in front of you, what it's gonna be like is you're gonna think you're working your hardest and you're gonna back up from there. Right? Isn't that what we do? And then you're just not going to back up. You're not going to quit. Find about 70 RPMs and get some good juice in your legs. Get some good resistance on the wheel. Close your eyes. Let's go. Hard as you can go. You got a 1 minute trophy to beat. Remember, when it starts flashing, you're in for a reward. So right about now, if your legs are starting to burn, that's not when you're gonna quit, right? You got a reward coming your way. You got about 15 seconds, come on. Woo. Go breathless. Go breathless for 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna keep going a couple more seconds. Gotta get my trophy. Gotta get it. Okay. Deep breaths. Let him go. Breathless, baby. Shoulders relaxed. Oxygen to your muscles. Scoot your hips back. Take deep breaths. Taper this off. Little bit of resistance, just a little. Maybe 80 RPMs while we taper, while we bring it home to the neighborhood. Lighten up your hands. Relax your elbows. Drop your shoulders. Stick your chest forward. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back and sit tall. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out of your mouth. In through your nose, out of your mouth. Legs are going slower. Point your toes down, stretch the front of your feet, your shins, your ankles. Arms just hang. And then hands on the handlebars, round your back, tuck your chin. So good for you, you did not quit. Press your heels down, stretch your calves and Achilles tendons. Go ahead and switch your feet. If you are working with numbers, go ahead and take a look around your console. See what your maximums were, your averages, your distance, your time. Take a picture of your screen so you can see your trophies. And I'm just proud of you, you did not quit. Bring your arms behind you, open up your chest, nod up and down. Inhale your arms up, cactus your arms wide. Bring it down and do that again. Reach up high, cactus your arms, breathe. One more time, down, up, and out. Whew. All right, let's take our feet out or off of the pedals, come to the side of your bike. Shift your hips from side to side. Just find this little pocket right here, your TFL, your tensor fascia lata, or as I call it, your tensor fascia vanilla latte. Stick a hip out, rest on your bike. Take the opposite arm up and over. And you can turn around to do the other side. I'm just gonna stay here, so don't turn my back to you. Turn and look up and over. Hips to the side. Bring your hands to your glutes. Press your hips forward, your belly forward, your chest forward. Open up here. And then as you come down, hands on your quads, bend your knees, hands on your shins, flat back, and then just straighten your hamstrings as much as you can. Maybe that's here, maybe it's here. Where do you feel a good hamstring stretch? As you press with your hands, lengthen through the crown of your head. And stand up. Swing one leg out. Bring the foot back to the floor or into your hand. So I hope you enjoyed that tour through the console and the functions of this bike. I hope that whether you have this bike or another bike, no measurement or different measurement, that you got a great ride, and mostly that you were able to kind of feel your way into those zones. Switch legs. The pedals so my numbers keep going. Swing it out. And you can keep that toe on the floor or find it with your foot. You are amazing. You didn't quit. So way to go. Way to stay the course. Do something great for yourself today. Give yourself a hand, and I will see you the next time we ride together.